When we first come up with this, and we kind of thought, you know, we can take this thing to 1,000 or more acres and actually make a Megasite. You know, we didn't have a single option, no money, just a dream and a vision.
So Jeff Van Hook came to me and began to sow seeds of this potential Megasite project. And as we begin to look at this site, we begin to realize that this could really happen. We begin to engage some of our community partners to ask them their opinions. How about utilities and infrastructure? And you begin to see that a lot of what we need is there. There are about 60-something property owners. And you think of assembling one tract of land having to deal with that many people. But one thing I would say again, to showcase Rockcastle County. When Jeff Van Hook went to those people and he began to confidentially talk to them, they caught the vision. They caught the vision, and quickly, very quickly.
But having those partners like Kentucky's Touchstone Energy Cooperative, Solid Ground Consulting Engineering, ATS Construction, I mean, just other people that I've dealt with in construction companies where that I can just pick up the phone and say, hey, I've got this situation, what kind of advice can you give me?
We're one of the first contacts, you know. What kind of power is available? What can you do to help us bring this entity to our community? So we're right there every day with them. We do whatever we can to partner, to assist, to bring that economic development into any of our communities in our service territory. Jackson Energy will be there to serve them. We do have the power. We work with East Kentucky Power to bring any of the transmission needs into the facility, and we're excited to see what comes.
I'm Jody Lassiter. I'm the Industrial Development Manager for Kentucky, Maryland, West Virginia, and Virginia with CSX Transportation, which provides the Class 1 rail service for this area, and particularly for the Rockcastle Megasite. On an everyday basis, we're playing defense with rail serve sites. They're a premium. We continue to build interstates and U.S. highways and state highways and county highways, but we're not building any new Class 1 rail throughout the eastern United States that CSX serves. So preserving excellent, well-positioned, large and small sites across the CSX network is critical. So this is really a great opportunity for Kentucky to be competitive for all of the Southeast, because it will stand head and shoulders above and be competitive with my counterparts across the 23 states that CSX serves in the United States. In my career, I have not seen another site of this magnitude being developed in Kentucky that has such potential in such a short period of time to provide jobs and capital investment to this region of the state.
You know, first time I looked at the property layout, I'm thinking to myself, we do got a big problem here. Is look at all these property owners. I mean, how are they going to do this? Well, amazingly, they had already done that. It's my job to take that excitement and knowledge that he's built up from the research that's been done and translate that into truth in terms of information on paper, so that any individual site selector that's looking at this site can look at this and say, I need to dig in deeper here. And after digging in, we confirmed his feelings. We confirmed that this site is ready, is a particularly nice site for immediate development. In my experience, compared to other sites, this site in particularly has an advantage over everybody else in terms of net cost of investment to get it ready for market.
And this project is going to be a legacy project for this area. There are going to be families that are going to be changed. And as you talk to folks in rural communities, they always say, we want jobs here, we want our kids to stay here, we don't want them to have to move off and find work. And so that's what we're trying to provide. We're trying to provide an opportunity for folks to stay at home, to keep their families together. And this area has never had something like this before.
If you would have told me at the 11th hour, the literal 11th hour, that there was going to be an opportunity to get, something like this funded, I mean, it wouldn't even be realistic if, in something like the Field of Dreams. 2 years of hard work, 1.5 years, 2 years of hard work plays out to the final session with the clock winding down, and I mean, it's just, someday, we've kind of joked, someday they'll make a movie about it.
I'm just appreciative to everyone who's been involved in the project, our judge executives, Chris Elliman and Woods Adams and Hal Holbrook, everyone that's involved in the RGL board. It's it's been incredible to see how all these communities come together. And the thing about it is the site is not even in my district, but I believe in it so much and believe in the regional approach so much that this is going to be a great thing for our area, but not just our area, it's going to be for our state.
Next thing I know, there's $62 million allocated, and to my shock and pleasure, Jeff has gotten closer to his vision. And I assume with Touchstone Energy involved and all the players, and the Megasite's going to come to fruition, and pretty soon it won't be just a 3-county project, it'll be an Eastern Kentucky project.
We've come together to actually join a team to make each county better.
And it just goes to show when, when there's, stuff that needs to be hashed out, talked about, agreed on, that we all sit at the table together.
The gas line was the first step of creating an infrastructure that would substantiate a mega site like we've got going.
And we were approached by the Industrial Authority, we being my brother and I, to try to secure options. We know most of the people. In fact, know most all of them. Honestly, when we started, I thought, there's no way this will happen. But after we got 1 or 2, they bought into it.
I think a lot of that is because of the work that Jeff had done, the preliminary work, because we had plats and so forth. We could show them what it amounted to, and of course strategically we wanted to get what joined as we went along. We didn't want to get one up here and then have one a mile and a half away. Try to get it at each track that we put together, get the next one that joined that until we got them all together.
And the thing of it is like it's like a wildfire. Once it catches and everybody starts seeing it, they get enthusiastic about it. And you can see it. You can see change happening. You have to plan, you have to be methodical, and you have to have partners.
And you realize you're like, and maybe this is that legacy project that I've been chasing my whole life, and it's going to benefit my community.